right up. Here comes the finale.
I'm going in! Out of my way! You're toast!
A round of applause.
Everybody stand! Lightning stirrup!
Now disappear. Let's get this show on the road.
Over here! Oz reveal bite! Nice and spicy!
Huh?
Witness the power. Cue the spotlight! Surprise! Shadow Raven! Eat this! Over here! Zip on up!
No rest for the wicked.
Let me read you a verse. Be amazed! Yeah!
Into the wind. Follow the wind. The wind knows me. One with nature. The wind knows me. Time to go. One with nature. Cheer! Cheer! Into the wind. Time to go.
Get out of here! Busted. There is no escape. Huh. Let's light it up. Teamwork is great. Game's up. Fun's over.
Take it easy.
The wind knows me. One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Go in!
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
Inazuma shines eternal!
About time. The first
Game's up. Time's over.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Gotcha.
Isn't that Charlotte? I see. So you believe that this warning letter was—
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Oh, huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. So, Yeah! This is the— Huh? Oh, sorry. Well, not to worry. 10 or so years ago—
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor. But this guy did not discriminate.
Yeesh. So,
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the weasel, a magician named Caesar, fell to his death in a botched hide. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious— I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
so this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take—
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, what once seemed like an open...
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, just really?
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the... Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my... Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Linny!
Magic, magician, Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Linny! You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common?
Are you serious? What's...
Oh, relax! My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is better.
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means...
Really? Then, what am I...
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say...
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now...
You can tell?
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Hey, Linny?
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite...
I'm sure that child...
That was nothing more than a little trickery. That, plus you guys, on the other hand...
Wow. Got it in one. Is this more of your trickery at work?
Wait, really? No, his warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Linny, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time.
Wait a minute.
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct... And if he's not, the mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the... But I've been preparing for this for a long...
Really? So what you're...
To be honest, I'm not sure...
You're being far too modest, Linny.
Thanks for the compliment. A lot of people like... Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower. Just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's good.
That's the question. Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your...
A surprise? Let me see! It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Linny, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior...
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, A lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters. But you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was—
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time, but it'll have to wait until—
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write—
So, Lenny, are you gonna tell us how you did that flower trick now?
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Aww. You feel it too, right? So itchy!
Not so itchy then. Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too! Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi. The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal. But if he wasn't the weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there. We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Fresh fruits, and syrup.
Into the wind.
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette. We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Well, we won't... Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiancée? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why, either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often, she just sits there in front of his head. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't...
She's been doing this ever since Caesar passed?
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his death. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running late. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this.
You're welcome.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding.
I don't know anymore. All sort. But what if? Just.
Called it. Seriously.
Oh, please.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but we're actually quite interested in this.
You've come to the right people. He was a great magician. I was right up close and...
I saw him perform too. He always, sometimes, he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
Huh. He doesn't sound...
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some... No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely...
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait, it looks like she's injured.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're in...
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question.
My name is Linny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar... You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years...
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right. Sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely...
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day.
time to go.
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think today we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo, before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. He's since left the magic scene, though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him...
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself...
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but...
I only agreed to meet since we're both...
Much obliged, sir. As it happened yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it...
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is the Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about my pride as a magician is what's at stake.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me what exactly are you...
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway?
Uh-oh. This is getting...
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is! Yeah.
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on! You can't be all business.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed, never heard a kind word out. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something?
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about...
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but...
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him. You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to... I say way too much back there, didn't I?
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off?
Hey! Keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affair.
What kind of bad?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation and take it from me. Trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't... That's not a good sign. You're too young for this.
And there he goes. What do we do now?
Shh! I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city... You followed us a long way. What?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you to save us the trouble and go fetch her for us?
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who said...
Save your questions, missy. You ain't gonna need answers.
Looks like we can't avoid... Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this!
The wind knows me.
I'm going in!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they... Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something... Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and so you can relax now. We're here to...
What? Why?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them. It's been 10 long years. And still, every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this, because you see, this is a personal...
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Cendre. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and I also know that the Fleuve Cendre is dangerous territory.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely...
Okay. All right.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Oh.
We go!
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first. There we go. It should be...
Take it easy.
This is no time for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here. You don't want to miss the best part, do you?
This was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Busted! Illusion shattered!
Wind strategy! Time to get...
Whoa. Look, the doll in the box do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Got it. We're supposed to find the box that lit up at the start, right? There should be another wish list inside. Let's keep trying. That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, aha!
A secret pass?
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
Into the wind.
Gotcha.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! That hurt!
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that box?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a
All right, see?
The placement of the...
can't step on the same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
The wind knows me.
At one of my shows a few days ago, and as a joke, so I told them another. I wound up saving. 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. Anyway, I told them that learning magic at one of my shows as a joke, so I wound up saving. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately. But surely he's not upset. I have a good feeling about. They have all sorts of They wanted to call me Master, but with time, Gemma thinks so too. It's nearly time for. I once overheard them talking. It's only been 10 days since. They're very tough. They hide things from. That's the thing about children. I can sense that they're after thinking things over. P.S. PPS. Oh, Caesar.
Magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette, don't you? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go. Linny?
Shh, hold that thought.
Fishy?
All in good time. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the At this point, meanwhile, the real— Oh no! His
very vivid description.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize— Of course, that's just how I think the process should work. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out. He fell right to the ground from the height, and no one else has ever attempted this.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done. Paimon was about to say how cool— Wait a second.
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself. Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air, from where they're standing, they have— At this point, the magician— He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the—
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it than— There's the falling dummy, the miraculous— Many days and nights of Caesar was a highly—
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found—
I can make a pretty— I looked into the case files. The magic box—
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. But a magician needs to be the essence of magic is get— And so, Caesar— But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking— Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of— But I'm sure he was confident. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, much like when you reach for your key, instinctively, with the stakes being as high as they were.
But in reality, someone switched the— But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he would— Isn't that right?
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs— There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for— But I gave you your chance. I hope—
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's—
Yes, although, however— Which is why you can't leave this place.
Do your—
Clouds high. The bird
Going in! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd—
If I had a Mora for every time you— He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today.
So I was jealous.
Jealousy. He poured everything into his street performances, but the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master." Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, master. He forbade me from using, and with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own I had to kill him.
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other
Well, I was under the impression that there might—
In love with Gemma. Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I am. Caesar was... I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah! Sharp—
That's just how it looked from... I stole cheap things.
So, that's the
What choice do I have? So be it.
Very well. In that— Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo.
Lily has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Look who's finally developed. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it. Because they'll be...
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first.
Good point. We
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can't. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you, but you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be
Sorry. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. I was so afraid. I was scared. Thank you all.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that. To think that lowlife's been at least his soul can finally rest in peace now.
Don't blame yourself.
Yeah, you still have...
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show. This show will be a special...
In Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free... Wait. Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar... Lenny changed the topic back in the...
Take it easy.
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So, I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacle.
Thank you all so much.
Exciting stuff.
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. So, how did you...
Well, I was out. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them, and somehow I felt drawn to him.
Aw, that's...
It was with a flower.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is that right? After all.
That's right. It's all over now.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now.
See? Even Lynette says the Phantom Weasel! Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow?
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope there will now be a brief intermission. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make...
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's...
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully I do...
Linny? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh.
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the...
Really?
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was... But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she... Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create... After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician.
So, being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered. At her encouragement, Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional, but I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Linny? Is it something that Lorenzo...
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the Weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too...
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have... With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The love... Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone's... Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was
Wait, so you mean... the whole intimidation? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out, even if...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer. Though sad...
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you.
As a matter of fact, why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would... Left to fend for herself after her parents died. She'd scrounge waste paper for... This was her only source of happiness. Once again, she was betrayed. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Does this story satisfy?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
Huh. That's because without that, none of...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel... Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one...
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still, well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was the most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's...
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold
10 years ago? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were... He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something?
We remember all our debts. However, 10 years ago, Caesar's but we did not forget. And so...
And? What exactly did you...
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies, I think that applies to you too. Life took many things from you, and...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because... Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master. He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, but that truth is gone now. And I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Linny. I'm sure you're all wondering what...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his... But we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that...
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing... Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my...
Lenny, you two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Linny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the...
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Linny after the show...
All right. Well, let's go.
Take it easy.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling.
How could he possibly?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just...
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was... Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great head...
Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Linny's... Alright, let's... Are you alright? Paimon was scared.
Magic is a performance art. I was honestly a little nervous during... Sometimes, I can't help... Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo?
You know, Paimon's been one...
After I joined the House of the Hearth, I told you about my past before, remember? But I quickly realized I needed to learn. We were gifted and...
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent... For instance, when he asked... But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an what amazed me, trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Linny...
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel. That night, I remembered his smile. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you only realize how much someone
Yeah, sure. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our delicious food, fun toys, and the traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this and you know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us. That's why the darkness never consumed me and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too. All right. Time to lighten this conversation up a little. What did you think of the show tonight? Were you happy with it?
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent Winnie, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something. The Lenny Paimon knows can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2...
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different, but more importantly...
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Fine! Please, teacher, please!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely,
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night. I look forward to seeing...
Shall we head back now, too? Oh, Paimon can't... Let's head to the Steambird's...
Take it easy.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister...
Oh, please, Lenny. I'll only take a moment.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning. But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée,
Hmm?
Too late, bro. That was quick, you say.
Whoops.
Aha! My instincts did not lead me.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better...
Huh. Okay, then. Wait, no, there must be more to it.
Well...
Oh, I remember. Quickfire question. Where did you...
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private magic... Actually, glad you mentioned...
What?
I don't know,
What the...
Seems like this inner... Forgive my persistence, but when they... Apparently, one of the things she's... Alright, I guess I'll leave you to...
Lynette?
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to...
Oh, really?
Phew. You and me both...
Please, take good care of that rainbow rug. I'd be really upset if you...
It should be fine. I'm sure it'll get
I got a new letter from an informant. The situation has changed again. Things are about to get dicey.
Fallen leaves. Adorn!
There is no escape! Busted!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now. Take it easy. money. Take it easy.
Into the wind.
Now you shall perish! Take them. I have no need. Take it easy.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Shine down!
Gotcha.
but a momentary distraction.
Fusion shot! Let's light it up!
Quiet now.
One with nature.
Busted.
Adventure time!
Wind strike!
Here comes the catch. Quietly now. Take it easy. Going in! Inazuma shines eternal! A chest full of valuables, and a trove of potential clues.
Get out of here!
Clouds high. The birds come.
There is no escape!
Take it easy.
Brings a smile to my face. Brings a smile to my face. Time to go. Brings a smile to my face. Time to go. Time to go.
Teamwork is strength! Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Easy money. Take it easy.
Off we go! Adventure time! I call treasure. Off we go. Adventure time. Off we go! Adventure time! Off we go!
The wind knows it. Falling leaves, adorn...
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Going in! Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
There is no escape!
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike.
Inazuma shines eternal!
to the wind.
Off we go.
Shine down.
Teamwork is strength. Game's up. Fun's over. Busted.
One with nature.
Illusion shattered.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Wherever in this world. Memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land.